That's pretty good. Light. Shit. Got a good little run there, huh? Yeah. Little big, small short, small big, small large.
I know I talked a lot about Microsoft Surface in all my past vlogs. You know, being a Microsoft fan, of course, I'm going to talk more about the things I like in my own vlogs than about other products that are out there. If money was no object, I'll get every single one of them. I'll get a bunch of Google stuff, I'll get a bunch of Apple stuff, and I'll get a bunch of Windows stuff, Microsoft stuff. I'll have an Xbox on every TV. Every TV will be a Google TV. I'll have an Apple TV connected to that. And I will have the best Dolby Digital THX surround sound connected to all the TVs. One for the bedroom, one for the living room, and one for the theater room. And the theater room, of course, will be the biggest and the baddest. Of course, money is not that way at this time. So what I have to do is pick and choose which would be best for me at the time. And right now, in about two weeks or so, I'm going to buy a new laptop, which is going to have Windows 7, of course, on it. But what I'm going to do is reformat the whole thing and install Windows 8 from scratch. I'm going to put Windows 8 on it, and the preview version, of course, the pre-release version or preview version, whatever it's called now, and play with Windows 8 for a while. And because I bought a PC with Windows 7 on it, you know, if I get it now, I only have to pay a small fee to upgrade it to Windows 8 Pro for that particular laptop. And I know a lot of people complain about start menu and this and that is missing, and you know, it shouldn't be Metro on the desktop. If you're using a non-touchscreen system, it should be desktop all the way with a little bit of Metro maybe. And if you're using a tablet, it should be Metro mostly with a little bit of desktop. But what I see Microsoft doing is bringing the devices together, and I think that's a good idea, because if you have the same core for all devices, doesn't matter if you run it on your phone or your tablet or a full-fledged PC, you're going to be able to use basically virtually the same applications on all three. And especially since these are going cloud-based. We're going to go cloud-based now. If everything goes cloud-based, there's not going to be a whole lot of applications that have to be installed on your computer. Of course, having installed applications on your computer has more features and has more power. I can't see running a video editing program in the cloud, though I think it's possible. I really do think there's a possible way, maybe by using streaming video somehow, of having some type of capabilities of having a video editor that can be done online. I think it's possible, and some brainiac is going to come up with that, some type of codec or some way by using HTML5, Silverlight, or Java, well, maybe not Java, but Flash something, so that can be done. And it can be cross-platformable to where, because it's cloud-based, you can even edit on your mobile device, tablet, or laptop, or full-on desktop. And it's cross-platform as far as Macintosh, Linux, and it's PC, because it's using a language that all those computers understand. So maybe HTML5 is the best way to go for this particular platform, so that all devices can work with it, as long as it's HTML5 compatible, which most devices will be and are. Android, of course, the Google Chrome OS is going to be HTML5 compatible. The iPhones, I'm sure, I do believe they're HTML5 compatible, and Windows Phone, of course, the next iteration of Windows Phone. So with knowing that, I can see where Microsoft's going. They're trying to make everything work together. Right now, iPhone is compatible with Macintosh, but you can't run a full application on a Mac, on a full Mac application on an iPad. You have to get, if the company made it that way, what you have to do is get the application for your Mac, and then they have a separate download for your mobile device, or iPad or phone. But what I'm seeing what Microsoft's doing is it'll be one application. And when you install the application, I can see that the application will determine if your device can run that particular application with the limitations of the screen size. And it's going to make it possible for you to at least access some of those features, or if they're not all, if you go in depth into the menus, to access a lot of the features on your small-ass mobile phone, or tablet like the Surface, or laptop with the small screen, laptop with the big screen, and of course the bigger screen you got, the more real estate you have, you can access all features. And the more RAM you got, the more processing speed you have. It determines that and then give you that ability based on your specs. And one application. And it will make it easier for application developers, app developers, to design one app that works on all. Now, if you're designing a game, for instance, a first-person shoot 'em game or RPG, whatever type of game you're playing, of course, like let's say like WoW. Let's say Blizzard decided to make WoW compatible on Windows Phone, tablet, and on a full-on PC. Okay. They just have to design one game. The only difference is the game will have to determine how much information can be displayed on your device. Oh, in Xbox too. It will also work on Xbox. So, here's what you got to look at. What you have to look at is the fact that if you can play it on your Xbox, you can use your phone with all your controls, and then your TV screen will be the display, showing like a movie. So if anybody else sitting around you, it's like watching a movie because they can see. It'll be like watching a movie. But on your phone, you're making all your decisions. You got all your menus and device controllers. Everything you want is right there on your phone. Your heels, I'm not a game player, so I really don't know the terminologies of all that stuff, but you got everything you need on your phone or tablet, and your TV is displaying the first person, and there's not a single bit of text displayed. It's just the picture, the movie, the action scenes, okay? So imagine that. But if I had to leave all of a sudden and leave my TV and I want to continue to play, so then I drive my car, I pause where I'm at, or playing WoW, you go to the nearest hotel, you go to sleep, but you want to continue to play. I want to get on the Metro. Metro has free Wi-Fi, okay? Drive my car to the nearest Metro station, park it, get on the train, they got Wi-Fi, connect to that, and then I can continue to play my character. I play my character on my phone. My laptop is in my backpack. I don't feel like taking it out because it's too big and bulky. Plus, I don't want to waste up the batteries, so I use up the batteries on my phone. Because when I get to work, I can always plug my phone into the nearest outlet to recharge my phone again. I mean, just imagine the possibilities that will be. Whereas an app developer on any other platform, well, let's say Apple products, for instance. Just keep this in mind for a second. Apple products. If you're working with Apple, you will have to download, if the application comes, if the developers develop it like this, you have to download. I'm going to use WoW as an example, okay? Sorry, I don't have any other examples to give because I'm not a game player. But let's say, for instance, you play on your Apple Macintosh, you have to download that application, and then you have to download a limited version of the app to work on your iPhone. And there may be a different version to work on your iPad because iPad has a bigger screen. So you have more real estate and a better resolution using the Retina display and all that. But with Microsoft products, you just have to design one application, install it on your Xbox, your PC, your tablet, and your phone. That's 4 different devices, one application. I can see where that's going to be beneficial to a lot of people. Now, let's say, for instance, Microsoft Office. Keep this in mind. Microsoft Office has the presentation view for Microsoft PowerPoint. I think that's beautiful. And once I get my laptop, I'm going to install Windows 8, and I'm also going to install the Office 2013 preview as well. I'm going to play around with it. I'm going to make it my life. I'm going to play with it like as if I had the full licensing and everything, because I will purchase the full license. I may get the Office 365 subscription. I already have the Office 365 account. I know that sometime early next year, everything's going to get upgraded anyway. SharePoint, Microsoft Office, the whole 9 yards. Okay? So, I imagine that my screen has a PowerPoint presentation, but I only got one output on my computer to display. I want to see what they're seeing on my laptop. On my phone, I got the presentation view, my notes, and even a better example. If I have the presentation mode, I don't know if you guys seen the Office 2013 presentation, but take a look at it. I'll provide the link below. But imagine that if you have a laptop, okay, not a tablet, but a laptop, and you got your presentation mode on your laptop, you're pretty much stuck at that podium. But if you're the kind of speaker that likes to walk around, not only do you have your presentation in your speaker notes on your laptop, but you also got it on your phone, and like a laser pointer or like a remote control, I can control the PowerPoint presentation from my phone to the computer. And at the same time, I got my presentation notes, so anytime I need to refer to my notes as I'm giving my speech, I can look at my phone and continue to talk. And I'm 100 feet away from my laptop. If that's going to happen with Windows 8 and Office 2013, maybe not exactly, but I can see where Microsoft's going with this. I do believe that by the time we get to Windows 10, Microsoft will throw another bone in the Windows Phone where you're going to have to buy a whole new device, because there's going to be even more features. I just have a feeling about that. Even though it's working at the core, I just have a feeling that some technology, whether it's new or old, is going to have to be added to Windows Phone. But even if that's not the case, because I know it can do 64 cores, you can do a lot with Windows Phone 8, and you also can do a lot with Windows 8. Okay? You may not have to upgrade your device so quickly, even when Windows Phone 10 comes out and Windows 10 come out. Even if that's not the case, you have to upgrade your computer. I do believe that by that time, the desktop experience is going to be gone. I'm predicting that. Maybe not Windows 9, but Windows 10. It's not going to be even called Windows anymore. I think it's going to be something like Metro. I don't know. I'm thinking like Microsoft Metro 10. Which will be in subtext, Windows 10.0, 10.1, Service Pack 1 or something like that. But it's going to be called something different because it's no longer Windows. It really isn't. It's not Windows anymore. It's Metro. What they may do, because Metro can operate with such low capacity and doesn't require a lot of memory, doesn't require a lot of power, RT may take over. It may be strictly RT all the way. And with that, knowing that, the only thing that's going to be expensive about that phone is the battery and the display, because people want high resolution displays. Super duper AMOLED 4 will come out by then. I just see what Microsoft is doing, and I can see the future, and that's why I'm a big Microsoft fan, because yes, they made a lot of mistakes in the past. Microsoft is not perfect, Google has a lot of things that I like about it. Apple, the Macintosh computer, has a lot of great features that I like about it. The iPhone has a few features, because I get to say a few, that I like about it. And yes, the Windows Phone is not perfect, but iPhone is not perfect either. The Nexus is not perfect. None of them are. And will they ever be perfect? No. None of it will be perfect, no matter how. It could be Windows 20, it could be Nexus 5000, it could be iPhone 2010. It's not going to be perfect. There's going to be something about that damn phone that you're going to hate. And you're going to have some fans who, no matter if Windows, let's say Windows Phone becomes the top selling phone in the market. It just may happen. Who knew Android was going to be Apple? I thought Apple was going to sustain that for a good long time, but no, they didn't. Now Android is the #1 selling device in the country, in this particular country. But as we speak right now, the Windows Phone is still not the #1 selling device in the UK, but the percentage is rising faster. Whereas Android is topping out and iPhone topped out already, Windows Phone is like this. It's moving faster. It's still low, but it's moving at a faster pace as far as growth is concerned. Think about that. Windows is going to take over, but who's to say, even let's say Windows Phone takes 90% of the market in 2014, they may not last long either. There's so many other factors in this that makes it such a heartbreak. And I agree with Chris Parola when he says there should not be software patents. Hardware patents, maybe. Software patents, no. Because when it comes to software, the only thing that you should not copy is the actual logo, the design work. Because it's been said that there's a possibility that Google copied the Microsoft color scheme. Well, if you look at Google and the Microsoft or the Windows symbol, it looks completely different to me. Completely different font face. Whereas Microsoft likes to use that Sego. I'm not sure how you pronounce that exactly. S-E-G-O-E-U-I and W-P. Where Microsoft likes to stick with those type of fonts. And of course, they got another font for the Microsoft logo itself, by itself. Google has its own font and its own style. And they have those doodles that they put out every once in a while, which is pretty creative. I like that. I like Bing because the pictures that you see on Bing.com are absolutely gorgeous, and you cannot deny that. I don't care if you're not a Bing fan or not. You cannot deny that those pictures that they have on their homepage is absolutely beautiful. They bring in some really high quality pictures from some professional photographers. Okay? I don't mean professional, I mean pro. Pro to the nth degree. Okay? Pictures are beautiful. And video, and some are video. Every once in a while they're bringing some video that they somehow, I guess they use some program to make it repeat itself over and over again. If you look at it hard enough, you can see where the repeat starts in certain parts of the frame. Like you can tell they're taking like bits and pieces of the frame to repeat, so it looks like a continuous flow of the picture. Look at it hard enough, you'll see the cuts. But if you're not looking at it hard enough, it flows